Hi, I want to answer a question I get asked all the time by landlords who come to me and say, "Hey, Marco, my tenant has been in my apartment for 6 years already, and I've never raised rent." Um, and now the problem becomes that the gap between what he's paying and what current market rates are is too huge, and you couldn't possibly jump up immediately to market rates because that would be too much of a jump, and it would probably not go over well with the tenant. So one solution might be to add to increase rent more often, maybe like every 2 years or so, but by smaller increments. That way, you stay closer to current market rates, and the tenant doesn't get a shock because the increases will be kind of small. And also, I would do that with a lot of notice. So you can tell them maybe a year ahead. You could tell them now, hey, next year in October, I'm going to raise your rent by 50 euros. That way, he has a lot of time to think about it. And if the tenant thinks this is now becoming too much for me, then he has time to give you his 3 months notice. Because sometimes I realize that when landlords uh, tell the client, hey, I haven't raised you rent in 6 years, so I'm going to do it now, next month or so. That's a little quick, and that doesn't give the tenant time to check his finances and make sure that he can actually pay that. I should say, by the way, that currently we're still in a rent increase freeze that's implemented by the government, so no one can raise rents on anyone until the end of this year. And this was a measure that was implemented because of COVID a while ago, and they had extended it to the end of this year. So that's it. That's two options of avoiding the problem of having a tenant who has never had a rent increase. I hope this helps. If you have more questions about this, let me know, and I'll try to answer.